D-Ring versus C-Pot, when to choose what, generally, if I may ask. Typically, I only run Corrupting Potion when I'm running Time Warp Tonic. The purpose of C-Pot is for bad matchups where you want to trade and wave clear. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad matchup. It's just that you get infinite potions, right? Because every time you reset, you're getting potions back. Whereas a D-Ring, you get immediate combat stats, which is really good for trading, but it's not as much sustain or healing, right? So, for example, if you're playing against something like a Xerath, a Victor, and you're getting poked out a lot, you might really find some value from having the C-Pot for the extra healing whenever you reset and stuff like that. Whereas D-Ring gives you more HP to start with, so it makes you a little bit harder to one-shot versus Assassins, and gives you just a bunch of raw damage. So D-Ring is usually good. C-Pot's pretty much more trading focused, though. Now, fortunately here, this guy's playing really aggressively, so we just get a bunch of free damage. But it's really bad for him to be taking even trades just because we have more kill potential than he does. So at this point, we're going to force him to flash, like, no matter what. And that's really, really good for us. Now, obviously, I could have just let him walk away and then look for a kill opportunity later, but I think burning his flash is a pretty good compromise for being only 2 minutes in the game, for when he makes a mistake like that. I also get to reset here, which is pretty cool, so I get to run back, buy an item. I could buy D-Ring here if I'm concerned about dying at all, but I'm just going to opt for an Amp Tome. He loses a lot. The cool thing too is that the wave's going to push back to us, which means that we can once again pressure him, having flash advantage. Make sure that our teammates are aware that this is happening. Beautifully demonstrated, thank you. DY. To be fair, I mean, D-Ring would have been fine here as well. I'm running C-Pot with Time Warp Tonic, so the really cool thing about Time Warp Tonic is it gives you 14 MS, so you can just run people down really early on. That makes it very hard to get out-traded. But as long as we hold the wave closer to our tower, this talent is just impossible to play. Like, this guy just has absolutely zero options. Unless, of course, I make some mistakes, like I currently did, but unfortunately, it's slow pushing back out, but for this period of time, he can't really do much. If my Rengar counter ganks mid as well on this timer, he's pretty much doomed. But this guy only has refillable 2 pots, so he just doesn't have enough sustain to deal with me. If I have mistakes, I can just heal it up pretty easily. But right now, if the wave's slow pushing in, this is kind of our biggest period of time on which we can get punished by jungler gank. So we need to make sure we're like actually looking at our minimap here. But every time he goes up to last hit here is pretty much a free opportunity to get a bunch of damage in. And we can also create a kill window here since he does have flash as well. So he's forced to lose all these minions because he just doesn't have the sustain to really match up. And now that he's staying for experience, he's putting himself in a risky situation where he can actually die. Which is bad, right? Because you don't want to die, because now you're losing 300 gold to the enemy, and you're losing the wave. So I'm letting the wave slow push back to me, so it's like, what can he ever do here? It's pretty much nothing, he just has to recall. Which means he's losing something for leaving. I've got Ignite again, so if I place a Q here and I land a stun, he's pretty much dead. It's like it's over. So now he dies. I get 300 gold. He's pretty much fucked now because he's got 24 CS at 6 minutes. And all of this is avoidable if he just recalls or just plays better. Pretty much what it comes down to, right? If I had a little bit more mana there, I also could have killed the Mundo with an ult. Unfortunately, he stopped me from fast pushing, so now Talon gets a little bit more last hits here. But I should have been up like maybe 26 CS right now. What's going on, Frankenberry? How are you? I mean, he's losing so much experience for all of this as well. I actually almost died there. That would have been real bad. We're actually going to go Lost Chapter this game. You guys probably normally see me do it with the double amp into blasting one just for raw damage, but... Lost Chapter is good too if your goal is to wave clear. I just want to stop them from roaming, because now he's level 6, he can actually kill people. That's just the lame reality of Talon. It's really hard for Mundo to gank me, just because his champion's pretty bad at setting up. Do you play Veigar? Yes, I'm a Veigar player as well. What's up? We're gonna put a transition ward. These are really good wards against roaming mids, because you can see them heading up or down after they clear a wave. I'm alright, got to leave work early, Pong. Good to hear, man. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so as you can see here, I'm currently basically a level and a half up. I made a minor mistake with the wave there, but this guy just used his only mobility skill in front of us, so now he's kind of in a really weak spot. You know what? I think Talon might just be broken, guys. This guy almost won despite being this far down. I changed my mind. He actually won despite being this far down. 2 amp tone plus blasting wand would have turned that fight. The sad part is you're right. It would have. My god, he's a simp. You would have also turned that fight if they buffed Syndra. Thoughts? Yeah, there's no point in ever going Seekers. Seekers are just so fucking awful. It's insane. If you go Seekers on a mage like Syndra, you just lose because you do 0. You do nothing. You're spending 1,000 gold for like 25 damage and a useless armor item almost, since you could just buy cloth for 300. And now we just play aggressive on every single minion because I'm mad. XD. Would -5 move speed make it better? Yeah, let's nerf Syndra move speed. Yo, that would actually be a pretty fun buff. Let's give Syndra plus 10 base MS. No, if you go barrier, also just useless. You need to ignite for damage potential. If you're going to play a damage champion and then not play to win lane, it's like, why even play it, right? The guy just dies there if he doesn't wall hop, so cringe. XD, Omegalol. I'm being ganked again. Why is there so many people mid, though? He just walked it. I mean, he got false confidence from his jungler being there, but... I don't know. The fact that they even have 3 mid at 10 minutes is just something that makes no sense to me. Usually taking barrier means you're playing on losing trades, or hoping that they dive you anyways. Barrier is a defensive tool through and through. It's either you enable your strength as a burst mage by building more damage, or just don't play a burst mage. Now, sometimes, sure, you get countered or something like that, but at that point you just take exhaust, because it's both aggressive and defensive. Barrier is purely defensive, which is why it only sees gameplay on, like, Soraka, Sona, Lux. Why did Diana just one-shot me full health with one item? Because she's built different. If she has full magic pen, just build in a null mantle and you will instantly win. The more you know. Yeah, but you're not really able to use other runes on, or summer spells on Xerath, to be honest. But we're still in a really good position. We've got 30 CS up. We may have made a mistake, but we've recovered just because we're playing better than Talon. Once again, he could potentially be bot side, so we're going to force him to show up mid here since our bot lane's making an aggressive play. Unfortunately, I might actually just die here because I'm playing too much around my teammates. I'm surprised he just does that little damage right now, but I'm actually going to force it in lane. That's what I'm going to do. Oh. Alright, we've got enough for Ludens now, so I can just go and reset anyways. This guy's got no ult for like 50 seconds. We're also going to swap to Farsight Alteration just to help with controlling neutral objectives. That's typically what you want to do at level 9. If you are planning on roaming a lot on stuff like Vex or any other heavy roaming champion, then you should take Sweeper instead. Sweeper's nice because you can check to see if you're walking through warded routes. It just makes it a little bit more of a purposeful decision. Otherwise, I just take Farsight if I'm playing through lane. Sir Urfsalon, thanks for following, bro. Since Talon is gone, we want to make sure that we deny him by pushing in mid-wave. We can also take plates here so that he loses even more. We actually got that EQ, that's pretty nice. We have kill pressure right now if we find a combo here. We're going to push this in for Rengar. Nice, good job, dude. And unfortunately, we don't have Rift Herald, but we should actually be able to take this full tower if we want to. Ooh, he actually lives with 1 HP. We got the Lulu ult as well. Hopefully Rengar can just ult him and kill him at red buff or something like that.
My god, he's a simp.
I seem to have made a deadly mistake here. I missed my EQ. I missed it.
My god, he's a simp.
I actually just missed it straight up. The fact that I didn't land the W or the EQ on that big of a hitbox is almost surprising to me. Is Rengar Kha'Zix's bigger brain to one trick? Honestly, Rengar is just absolutely disgusting right now, but so is Kha'Zix. Rengar, they nerfed healing, they nerfed shielding, but Rengar W still heals 50% of his health. It's just insane. And they nerfed Grievous Wounds, which means it's even harder to stop Rengar, even after he got, like, triple buffed. Do you think it's a mistake to draft Talon versus ranged mages? I mean, Talon's always gonna have difficulty into ranged champions, but at the end of the day, Talon is more about roaming than he is about laning. If he's got a good matchup, of course he'll just 1v9 perma, but... She wants me to get cannon, but, like, it's better for me to go bottom now since Jen's already heading mid. I don't think the Talon pick's bad. They have a Talon in Italy. They should have played to win at least one of these lanes. They probably didn't expect me to pick Syndra either. I mean, this champ's pretty outdated. There's one thing that Syndra does, and she plays to stop lane no matter what. Otherwise, there's no point in playing Syndra. So when I'm given a free matchup like this, Rengar versus Mundo, where neither one's really capable of ganking mid, I just get free roam here. Not free roam, literally, but, like, I get free control of the game. Of my lane, at least. Unless I kill myself on accident. Alright, we got pretty good tier 2 pressure. I'm gonna go and lean into mid here since I'm pretty much behind them. I'm gonna go and pop a C-pot for a little bit extra move speed to get there faster. But, this should pretty much be a double if we get there fast enough. Forced to ult the Lulu. Honestly, I would have liked to get the cog, but I think he flashed, right? They did throw a double ball. I threw my W and Q at the same time for like a stun on both. Nice job. So if you're ever ganking a lane, you just pick up the W, and then you throw them on 2 locations so that way you're hitting 2 different targets. Nice ultimate. Unfortunately, nobody's in position for that one. We have only 1 AP champion this game, which is myself, and then magic damage from Ashe. So I'm going to go Shadow Flame even though they have 1 MR item. I don't think anybody else is going to be itemizing magic resist. It's pretty much This guy builds Frostfire no matter what, and the rest of them are going to be stacking armor. Something's buzzing, maybe on your mic. Okay. Is it fixed? Hello, test 1, 2, 3. I'd like to move, guys, but this blue buff is more valuable than your labs. Sorry. It's the song? Okay. I hate listening to chat sometimes, honestly. There's no way to ult the Mundo because he's got his passive, but... Unless, of course, we just absolutely disgustingly murdering him. But, nice. Reverb and song it is. The song is just going very slow right now. You won't be able to hear it on YouTube if you're confused, but... Wow, actually, nice hop. Oh, it's pretty bad for me right now. I've just let Talon get free farm side lane. It's time to go match him. What rank is it? It's like 200, 300 LP Masters. We have 2 people off the map right now, so for them playing topside like this, they just need to be a little bit more respectful. Because they're just down numerically until we have presence from Jhin or Ashe. I'm pretty much playing until I have Shadow Flame, so I'm going to continue side laning here. I pretty much win against anybody 1 versus 1. Wow, I made a massive mistake here. That's crazy. I tried to double back and dodge his bone saw. Instead, I walked into it and instantly died. This is the sad reality, though, is that Mundo just is so fucking broken against mage champs, because you just can't beat that champ ever. Mundo's OP, dude. Only in this specific case, and this particular scenario. You stream on YouTube? No. I only upload videos on YouTube. Bro, they're continuing to build magic resist. Why? Dude, there's 3.5 AD champs on my team, and they're still building magic resist against me. I mean, that's great for my teammates, but it's also kind of toxic. This guy's gonna go for Hextech Dragon, so we're just gonna have to stall him here. In fact, we can just delay his recall. We're gonna wait until the recall's a little bit farther through. I should have stunned there just to blow his stun resistance, so that way I can play around it after that. Do I still die here? Is this reality? Dude, what the fuck is Mundo damage? I wouldn't have even killed him if I ulted there. I needed Ignite as well. It's really annoying because he has this W passive where when he takes damage, it stores up his gray health, and then he can just heal it all back at once. So it's impossible to burst Mundo because he can just heal it back, and then he can also trigger his ult for additional health regen. And he's also passively healing like 1% max health every second. It's super obnoxious. You're OP, thanks, bro. Now, I mean, partially the issue is that I'm laning against their literal MR jungler instead of the Talon or the Nidalee, but when my team's winning the rest of the map like this, it's really not that bad. Like, we have really good engage and pick potential. We have Ashe Arrow, we have Rengar ult. So playing around those factors is just really nice. But I'm going to go in group now just because we have the possibility of a Baron. If we wait 4 minutes for Hextech Soul, the game is pretty much unlosable since Hextech's like a 93% win rate. It's one of the better souls, but really nice Ashe Arrow. We're going to get Lulu ult really early. And probably we burn Kog'Maw Flash here. Just kidding, he's dead. There's no Lulu shielding to save you now. I've stunned in 1. Alright, we back up and do Baron here, like 100%. That's a really great engage, though. But as you can see, I am full magic penetration. I'm pretty much going to one-shot their carries if they ever step out of position. Now, the issue here is I don't ever do damage to Mundo because I'm flat pen instead of percentage pen, but that's fine because my goal isn't to kill Mundo, it's to kill the carries on their team, which is Kog'Maw, Nidalee, Talon. My teammate can handle the Mundo. In fact, I'm still going to go Zhonya's here. I'm going to do this just because I want to move forward aggressively to find like crazy EQs. So if I'm afraid to walk forward and look for stuns because I'm afraid of getting turned on, then it's just like I'm not really able to play my champion the way I want to. Zhonya's makes that easier. I have the freedom to play the way I want to, having a backup mechanism in place. But 3 minutes on Dragon, that's pretty much the end of the game there. We've got Baron, so we just got to siege mid and bottom. The reason why we're not going for top is because if we take mid inhib or bot inhib, we can just rotate into top inhibitor too. This guy is actually just dodging for his life. It is a Tower of God reference. Oh wow, we actually got it. I didn't get an assist even though because he was invulnerable. Unlucky. Alright, at this point, I'm going to go and stack balls here, and we're going to do something wacky like press flash R just for fun. This is a 6-ball ult currently. Unfortunately, I don't do any damage. Well, I just took 3 tower shots. Unlucky, dude. A little bit low on the draw. Please save me. I'm actually dead to the Kog'Maw. It's whatever. I don't actually care that much. It's cool. The game should be over here no matter what. I just wanted to press R. That's the whole point of this champion. When it comes to Syndra, you are playing for lane phase. You pick Syndra when you have a winning jungler, like Kha'Zix, Rengar, Graves, Jarvan, anything early game, you pick Syndra and you play for lane. If you're picking Syndra as something like a Kayn, Diana, it just feels awful, because you don't get to play aggressively at all, because you just have a full clear jungler that never goes mid or anywhere else. But when you have junglers that invade or play for skirmishes, then you get to play as aggressively as you want, because you have that control of the map. But thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I know it wasn't as educational as normal, but thanks for watching. Appreciate it.